Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here with Mike Kelly. We're Real Estate Jerky Daily. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. You could tell I was texting to one of my clients real quick,
Well,
but it wasn't quick enough.
Well, we had a Rotary board meeting this morning.
Yeah.
Only 3 more for me.
Only 3, 4. Well,
no, only 3 more as president.
15 more for me. 3 more as president.
Yep.
Presidente. Hey, I listed a modular home yesterday in a park, and
hold on. There is no modular home.
Okay, manufactured home in a park.
You are a professional, sir. Act like
one. And I'm going to get an offer today.
Okay, let's back up a second. So people understand.
Yeah.
If it's in a park, it is a manufactured home. I know it sounds really unique, but the words manufactured versus modular. Modular is a stick built like a regular house, built in a factory, brought out in part and sections and put together. A manufactured home used to be considered a mobile home. And in June of 76, HUD said, okay, these were made really horribly. So this is our new standards, and they will be brought out on a chassis. Chassis means they have wheels underneath it, and they're pulled there, and they're either put on a permanent foundation or just left there with the axles taken off.
Yep.
You need to know the verbal, because it's important. Because here's the thing:
it isn't a home until you remove the wheels.
It's not a home until you put it on a permanent foundation.
Right.
But the reason I say this is so important, it's like this issue out in Del Rio. There's what people think condos or and there's no condos out there. They're townhouses.
Right.
Even title says it's a condo. And I had to go through one that's being sold out there and tell everybody, this is a PUD. Research it with your title people. Okay. That's the assistant. Yeah. Guess what comes back? Oh, you're right. It's a PUD. Okay. Can you update the prelim for us? Oh, okay. You didn't do it already? Why? Anyway. So finally got that done. The appraisal's in, and we're back to a PUD because they have to put it as a condo because everything says it's a condo. Guess what's the association's name? Condo.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not.
No. In 79, when they were put them together and did the plans for the grounds, the lots and everything, it said condos and or residential.
Mm-hmm.
Everything just kept with condo. And then, so I don't know how this one was 50 years ago they were built. It's still considered
hard to say. Yeah,
a condo when it's really a PUD because it's a townhouse.
Yeah.
A big difference. Condos, you only own the airspace. Townhouses and PUDs, you own the land.
Right.
And the airspace and the walls and the ceilings.
All the things. Yeah.
So it's so important. I was telling it's the difference between the two genders, male or female.
What is it?
I'm just saying it's a difference between two genders. Oh, you didn't get that far.
Yeah. And then I thought it was just a decision.
No, it's whether it's a female or male. It's a big difference. Same thing. Condo or PUD, two different things. Manufactured home versus modular, two different things. Now back to your thing. So you got a manufactured home / mobile home in a park.
Yep.
And a park means that you don't own the land. It's leased and you pay a fee on it every month.
I want to say it's around $900 for the fee. And I got to get that confirmed today. I've got anywhere from $675 to $900. So I called the park manager. I said, which is it?
Well, it just depends on what,
Yeah. What we can get out of the next owner.
That's right. Well, and those are unique because you got people like, those are very expensive interest rates because they're they're personal loan because that in a park, it's like a car. Mm-hmm. It's not, yes, they can't really back it up and move it away, but technically they could.
Yeah.
They won't let them. But anyway, I guess we get off a little tangent there for 4 minutes. All right. Why don't you tell me what's going on with local real estate, and then I'll get into my stuff.
Okay.
Or maybe not.
No, some things come first. So let's go here. Look at that. Active listing 601 in Stanislaus County. And I was going to do the math on the closings of 550.
That's 2.5 months.
2.5 months.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Boop.
So it's at 170
divided by 2.5. 220, it says.
No, that'd be half.
I said 2.5, 2.5 months.
Right.
Yeah, 220.
Well, 225. No, it's 270. Let's see, whatever. Okay.
My calculator says 220.
And then you're right.
Then I'm right. And That's still about 65 less than what we were doing near the end of the year, to about 285, 286.
It's still,
but it's improving.
Yeah, it's good for what we're trying to do now.
Pendings are staying pretty stable. Last week we're at 367. This week we're at 355. That's why the close number went up, because some of them closed, But that's what's happening in Stanislaus County, my folks.
But the active's kind of staying there.
Yeah,
and those are pretty close to what the numbers were last time.
Yeah, so things are picking up, my friends.
Well,
not drastically, not like whoa.
Well, when it's so far down, anything is a pickup.
Exactly, anything can be up, but we're not qualified to call it a surge yet.
No, not until we get at least two more.
Surging forward.
Until we get at least 275 a month.
Yeah.
Then it's surging.
And then if we have 1,000 listings for that week that I do it, that would be a surge. We haven't been in 1,000 listings. I can't remember how long.
It's been a while. Back. It's been a while. I was just trying to see where NASDAQ's up today.
And there's a problem with my hippocampus anyway, so I don't have short-term. Oh, I do have short-term memory.
All right. So you done with your little thing there? Yeah. All right. So the only couple things today, basically we had mortgage applications, and then they're getting ready for the Fed to talk. Dow's up this morning.
Is Fed going to talk today or tomorrow?
Today. They come out today with their stuff. They talked yesterday. They're talking this morning. They're going to come out with what they're doing, which is nothing. Basically, so mortgage bonds are down about 5 basis points. Are we still down? Yes, I think we are. I don't know. Sorry, I would think I'd have it together. I was too busy talking about everything else.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It happens. There's things to talk about.
I gotta get. I had to touch that button. It's so that I don't have to type in the password.
Oh,
it's an Apple. What do you want?
Yeah, thumbprint.
Wow. Bitcoin's going back up. All right, yeah, we're down 6 basis points. Sorry, it took forever. 10-year sitting at 4.30. So let's look at the bonds. Blah blah blah. Stocks are a little bit higher. The numbers they're looking at for the what the Fed's going to do is the GDP. We talked about that yesterday.
Right.
Let's get right into the mortgage applications. The Mortgage Banker Association released its latest mortgage application data for the week ending March 14th.
Yeah.
Is that like 5 days ago? Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Showing mixed results. Overall mortgage application volume decreased by 6.2% compared to the previous week. Purchase applications remained unchanged from the last week, but we're up 6% year over year, signaling a steady home buying demand. I just laugh because, these little things. It's a surge. It's a steady demand. They just got to add that in. The refinance applications saw a notable decline, dropping 13% from the previous week. However, year over year basis, refi applications are still up 70% versus last year at this time. Well, last year at this time, we were doing hardly anything.
Yeah. Well, modifying words, they do help us sex up a sentence.
Yeah, it makes it sound like so much
Something's
better.
happening. Yeah.
So bottom line, things overall are kind of slowing. I'm kind of worried that we're going into recession.
Nationwide, I think we are going into a recession. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Not
Been
really.
talking about that for a couple of years.
Yeah, and some people say, well, Trump's trying to put us in there. I don't think so.
We kind of need a little recession to recheck.
I think no matter who took over,
that we were going to
go into a recession because of once we stopped spending. That's the thing is once we stopped all that spending and wasting all that money and growing it, you can't keep things going. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
So when you stop spending, it's amazing how things slow down. I'm talking about the government.
Yes, it is.
I just looked at a condition. I had somebody who was transferring funds from an out of country thing into their stuff, and I uploaded the stuff going, I know this underwriter's going to go, what
the hell
is this? Yeah.
Was it euros?
No, it was all, it's just the way they did it. They
Yeah.
didn't transfer directly from that bank account to this current bank account, which could that be too easy? It had to go from one bank account to the next, the husband's bank account, and then from the husband's bank account into an app that converts it cheaper and everything. It's like, okay,
what?
Yeah.
Sometimes when you think you're smart, you're really not.
Just save some, a couple bucks.
Yeah,
just
$1.50.
transfer it right in. Yeah. Well,
then we don't have questions.
If we would have known, we would have done different. I told you from the beginning.
Yeah. So what kind of drugs did you sell to get this money?
None.
I know.
Nice light in your eye.
And again, I do like it.
Okay.
Kind of gives me character.
Other one. There you go.
Oh, I look dead again.
What'd you look down again for?
I look dead.
Oh, dead. No, you're fine. It's just your muted colors. You like that
It's
stuff.
black. Black.
The
This
hat.
is the muted
Yeah.
color.
And then your goatee.
Oh, well, I can't help
And
that.
and your skin color.
I could do like a couple realtors I know and dye it.
Yeah.
And then you look fake as
I'll call Courtney Buford out for that because he did that for so long. And then
did he
all of a sudden-
really?
Yeah. Then all of a sudden it's like, dude, you're so great. You go, yeah, I stopped coloring it.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I have for today. Not a ton.
Me too. Tomorrow's going to be interesting.
Yeah, we have a few more things, and we'll find out what the Fed does later today.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be continuing what initial jobless claims, continuing claims, and I'm sure there's one more thing there. But that's all I have for today, myself, sir.
Okay. Well, remember, April 26th, Love Modesto's coming to town.
Is it?
Yeah. And then May 3rd, Operation Firewalk.
Correct.
So if you're a veteran and or a first responder
or their family,
because
if you're going through something, so is your family.
Please go to operationfirewalk.com.
Sign up today because we have limited spaces.
Yes.
You have to sign up because we're going to run out.
And
please sign up.
We would really be embarrassed if we had to turn you away.
We don't want to do that. So
No.
you sign up, please.
Yep.
And when it's a two-parter. You sign up and then you go and donate or pay. So it's the same button. That way it was cheaper for us instead of doing like one of those Eventbrites like we used to do for because they took so much of the money. Remember?
They do.
Yeah. So it's just easier for us.
I was amazed at how much they took.
It is. Yeah. So this is the easiest way, but you need to do that second step.
Okay.
Program.
I'll do it.
All right, everybody, make it a great day.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.